everyone, my name is Donna Perez. I'm one of the transfer admission counselors with UC Riverside, and you're watching Choose UCR.
My name is Eddie Ramirez, and I'm a transfer admissions counselor at UC Riverside, and you're watching Choose UCR. At UCR, we are on the quarter system, which means that you'll take 10 weeks of lecture and 1 week of finals. Compared to semester system, where you do take 16 weeks to 18 weeks during the academic semester, it could be a bit of a transition coming over to UCR. So for your first quarter at UCR, we strongly suggest that students take just 12 units. That way you're still a full-time student. However, you're going to get adjusted to that process. Additionally, be prepared to use all the resources available on campus, meaning tutoring services, peer mentors, because they have already gone through that transition process. So they'll be better equipped to help you out so you can succeed on your first quarter here at UCR.
Yes, so you can definitely live in an on-campus apartment by yourself. If roommates is not your thing, you are definitely able to live in an apartment on your own. You will just want to make sure to select that option when you're filling out the housing application. And you do want to fill out the housing application as soon as you submitted your statement of intent to register to make sure that you get your first choice and you get that apartment all to yourself. There are not early decisions released for our campus. All decisions typically roll out in March and April. And SAT exam scores are not required for transfer students. So you can report them if you'd like to, but we will not be requiring that or screening for that for transfer applicants.
Who have tagged at another university and received tagged admission, but still want to come to UCR, that's perfectly fine. The tag is not holding you to a specific campus. If you've been admitted to our campus, you could always select our campus as well. You just got to submit your SIR at the deadline.
Started at another university as a freshman, you can apply to transfer to our campus. However, you will still be required to meet the transfer admission requirements. So I do recommend making an appointment with one of our transfer admission counselors so that we can review those admission requirements with you and help make sure that you're on track to meet those.
Who applied as a freshman applicant, were admitted but decided to go to community college and now are interested in transferring, again, that's perfectly fine to do. You will go ahead and submit a transfer application at this point because you are attending a community college during the regular academic year. You might be held to some of the transfer requirements depending on the units you have completed or plan to complete at your community college. And so you will go ahead and log back into the UC application and submit the proper transfer application at that time.
So if you are a California community college student, you can visit assist.org. That is your best friend as a transfer student. That website will let you know which courses are considered UC transferable and which courses you can receive credit for at UCR. If you are applying to one of our more selecting competitive majors, you can also view which required courses will be completed for you to take before you can transfer to UCR. If you are accepted for fall at UCR as a transfer student and you wish to start in winter instead, we do not hold that spot for you, so you will be required to reapply for admission as a transfer student for the winter term.
Who have completed some sort of associate's degree, certificate at the community college, and then want to transfer into a different major at UCR, that's perfectly fine. You just got to make sure that you're still meeting the requirements for your new intended major, which you can check at assist.org, speaking with your transfer counselor at your current institution, and then speaking with an admissions counselor at UCR.
Some transfer students can be eligible to pursue a minor at UCR. That's something that will be determined once you arrive to our campus, and you will have that discussion with your academic advisor. They are the person who will help determine what classes you need to graduate, and they can also talk to you about minoring or double majoring and to see if that's a possibility for you.
You can double major. However, that's not something you will list on the UC application. You're going to have to wait until you are a officially UCR student. You can go ahead and talk to the advisor of your major to see if that's something that's possible for you. And if it is, great. If not, they'll let you know at that time. As for a competitive GPA, while the minimum for transfer students can be 2.4 depending on the college you're applying for, ideally we have a higher average than about 3.0, 3.2 GPA. But again, if you could reach a higher GPA than that, better chances of you being able to get in.